No, you listening to your friends was part of the problem. I don't see how that's not my problem. You feeling addicted to me, or addicted to love, or addicted to your current guy, that's not something I can help with. That's not something that's my fault. And anything I do will only cause that issue to become deeper. You needing space is one thing. Going cold turkey and breaking up, then rebounding is such a drastic response. I'm listen, I'm not the person you should be talking about this with. I am not a therapist or a psychologist, and I certainly am not qualified to provide you with any medical or relationship advice. But if you're asking, I have my opinions, and it sounds like you're asking for them, well, you do have a type, and your friends share that type. Your friends are bad influences that really should not be your support in your dating life. I'm not saying I should be your support in your dating life either. I'm just saying they're bad influences. I think you need to do more than shake it off. But you do need to get over it. I just think that there's more steps to that. I'm not going to perform an intervention. Is this supposed to be my intervention? Because if so, this isn't working. Yeah, no. Your friends are part of the problem that keeps you drinking and dating the wrong guy. It was a reason they couldn't stand you being with someone not your usual type. Your friends. You want to talk about your friends? You want to bring up that I don't want to fight. I don't want an argument, but this was the big one. A big one. They told you lies, what you wanted to hear, and what they wanted me out of the picture as fast as possible, and they would tell you whatever it took to get me out. Why didn't I like them? Let me list the ways. They were selfish, codependent with you, manipulative, and possessive. They were jealous. Oh, yeah, they were jealous. One of them, you know which one, wanted to date you, remember? No, that wasn't a joke. That was a confession that she laughed off when you rejected her. Oh, yeah. No, if you're not seeing that, you're in denial or are being deliberately delusional about that. She has a crush on you. She still does. Yeah, no. Oh, now I'm the one seeing things that aren't there. She kept on saying you have a body like a model and posted your pictures on their social media more than their own. Okay. Let's list the family-friendly, workplace-appropriate names and terms that they called me. Yeah. Well, let's see. I was overprotective, the cop, the paladin, the Mr. Party Pooper. Mr. Roboto was a name they first came up with before you started using it. What else? Piece of human trash was a fan favorite. Optimus Passes Prime, the landlord, Taskmaster, and Drowsy. Remember Drowsy? Yeah, like the Pokemon. They thought I was overprotective by not having you drink at a party or not wanting you to stay out late when you had work the next day. And they thought I was insecure and possessive, which apparently you shared. Didn't tell me at the time when we broke up, but tell me now. That's great. Do you remember? Oh, yeah. Do you remember when, to your face, while I was in the room, they told you, I don't really like your boyfriend? That's hurtful. That's mean. Oh, yeah. They told you to kick me to the curb and take a picture, date someone richer and cuter. They never supported or liked us being together. They even joked about killing me if I got out of line. Yeah, no, it was a joke, but once or twice might seem cute, but repeatedly, it starts to sound like harassment or an actual threat. Not to mention the things they posted after you broke up with me. Oh, yeah. How about when you told them that we broke up and they kept on asking you, how did it end? And according to what they posted, you must not have told them the truth because they seem to have an understanding that it was a bawling, crying puddle of a human being. Who's Mr. Roboto now, right? Then, and after we broke up, your friend brought me back my stuff. Well, some of it. Most of it seems to have been broken or destroyed in transit. Either that or you decided to literally throw those things into a box from the 3-point line. Yeah, then your friend picked up your records. Yeah, You didn't want anything to do with me, so your friend delivered my stuff, picked up your things. I don't remember the name. It was the one that was always making comments and remarks about me not being man enough. And this has nothing to do with the job position. Yeah, I remember you bringing up that you've been lucid dreaming. What is that? You were thinking about us, about you, about me. It's a dream. It was only just a dream. You can't go back in time, neither can I, and going down the road of your memories in reverse is dangerous. Hard to miss the potholes in reverse. Well, we like to remember the past as either better or worse than what it was. Our memories are flawed. No, not your memories. Our memories. All memories. Everyone's memories. We exaggerate them constantly, stretching them until they aren't what actually happened. But we've both moved on. Excuse me? It was your decision to move on. You can't regret what happened and not giving it everything. Would've, could've, should've. What, you gave it everything? And it happens again. I don't want to fight. This was all my fault? A relationship is not one person's fault. You don't put all the blame and pressure on one person. You need to let it go. Yeah, I remember saying that. I also remember what we were talking about back then. You figured this out. Okay, I didn't realize we were a puzzle you needed to figure this out. Your fire was hot enough to keep us warm, and I was raining on your parade and putting you out. I'm not taking notes on this. This has nothing to do with the interview. You want to get back to the interview? I'll take notes. You gave me everything. Listen, your fire was out of control, and I was the calm, cool, collected like water to go with the flow and keep things under control. That was the best of you? Nope. No, I wasn't crying. It wasn't supposed to be a tug of war. It wasn't supposed to be a competition. Still isn't supposed to be a competition. I feel like you're talking over me. I'm the one throwing dirt, throwing shade. I'm not even retaliating correctly. You are getting hit with your own shrapnel and ricochet of the accusations fired at me as I desperately try to defend myself. You gave me everything. Sure, a lot of it unwanted and unasked for. You gave me everything? What, and I gave you nothing? I gave you everything. You left me and abandoned me. I didn't know why you were gone. I called you, called all our friends. I called your mother as well. I don't care. No, I don't. I really don't care anymore. I didn't mess with your head. I didn't date her to make you jealous, if that's what you're insinuating. Make me understand that I had my chance and let you go? What was I supposed to do? Chase after you? That all my lines don't matter and that you don't care? I really don't care. I'm not crying. There's just an inflammation in my tear gland. I'm allergies, you know. You can read my mind? Is this a new party trick or something? I had the time of my life. Are you talking about the dance sequence or something? Well, you are tough. Look, fake it till you make it might get you the job, but what? I did say that I would love you for all time until I died. I did say that. You can work and perform with a broken heart. I mean, you're depressed now or depressed back then? You were crying a lot while being productive. Okay. Well, that isn't great stress management. But that is an impressive quality and trait. Perseverance, able to handle pressure, put on a smile, to set aside how you are feeling at the door, to bring professionalism. I would have liked to see a bit more of that in this interview, but that's great. And it happens again. I feel like you're trying to start a fight. I don't want to fight. You couldn't trust me. Okay, we're going to go there. Stealing? What did I steal? Cheating? Look, that I never cheated. That didn't happen. What do you think I tried to do? I'm glad that you feel harder, better, faster, stronger, as well as smarter and wiser, but you pretended not to see the truth? You were in denial? About what? You thought I was true and didn't realize I was cruel. Look, I don't understand. I don't. The multiverse of our relationship that you have in your mind, you've lost me. I have trouble keeping up with your narrative and timeline. This is part of the reason that I'm not following with what you're remembering. I did not cheat. It didn't happen that way. Look, I didn't cash in on anything. I lost financially, socially, emotionally. I invested just as much into our relationship for you to leave. For you to just walk away. Are you talking about the dinner that I missed when I was late at the office? I wasn't with her. I was called into work. Is showing affection manipulation? Is that what you're saying? That's a lie. Your mom loves me. I still talk with her. I do. Do you talk to your mom? I'm not hiding it. That was my work phone. See, I keep my work phone separate from my personal cell phone. And when I'm at home, you're right. I try to hide my work phone because there's a lot of confidential information on it. And I don't want to pay attention to that when I'm at home, unless I'm on overtime. There wasn't another woman when we were together. If my lips are moving, I'm lying? What kind of argument is that? You know I'm lying if my lips are moving. What? This relationship was not about your looks or physical appearance. You weren't replaced. Replacing would be objectifying and dehumanizing. I'm not doing that. You weren't replaced. You want... Look, I bought you things, diamonds and rings, because receiving gifts is one of your love languages, to show I care, not as a tool to escape conversations. You smelled her on my collar? That's not evidence. What kind of evidence is that? You go to a networking event, some people hug. I don't prefer that, but that's just what some people do. And you're not listening. You're not going to listen to what I say. How do you expect me to respond then? If I don't get a chance to prove my case and respond, I didn't say that you're stupid. You're not dumb. You're not young. I didn't say that. That you were trying to convince me that I did something that I didn't do, while claiming I'm gaslighting you. That's not what gaslighting is, and I'm not lying. Nothing happened. I'm not a ventriloquist. I'm not going to try and talk without moving my lips. If you don't want to hear what I say, then we can just throw effective communication out the window. I didn't say you were number one. Number one implies that there's a number two or more numbers. You were the only. At that time, yes. Okay, that's just rude to be talking about her like that. Half your looks and no class, that is a very superficial view of her, and we aren't... That wasn't why... No, I wasn't crying. There's just a... I just need a tissue. I'm not crying. I didn't do that. Okay. No, I didn't say sorry. I didn't do anything. You didn't catch me. You jumped to conclusions without any evidence. That was a work phone, and those pictures were perfectly safe for work. Yeah, you saw them. They were business profile pictures that I had on my work phone so I could set up her photo for her email and online business access. You saw me in who talking? Walking? Look, you're seeing things that aren't there. I it doesn't matter if you have photo evidence of it or video evidence. She was a coworker, nothing more, nothing less. You were sitting and overthinking. That's what you were doing. If you think I cheated and I didn't, and I said I didn't cheat, then I am not lying. If you don't trust me, then there's nothing more we can do. This isn't a simple disagreement that we can just let go. This isn't something that we can just agree to disagree with, especially if it keeps on coming up. If our trust is broken and you're unwilling to trust me, then there's nothing we can do. And you could have told me that. That's a reason to break up. That's a reason to leave. If you said that, I could understand. Because here you are unwilling to believe what I am saying. It's not like my current girlfriend gives me something different exactly. I know you said you gave me everything, but I'm not shy. It's not awkward to talk. It's just awkward to talk about this with you. I'm holding back because she's a private person and doesn't like being on social media, and this shouldn't be what we're talking about in a job interview.